Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Let's take a look at what's going on with Cardano. Should we buy more? Should we stay away from it? I'm not gonna lie, I like all of these major cryptocurrencies, especially top 10s. I'm not particularly bullish on anything aside than Bitcoin. I'm especially bullish on Bitcoin. That's the way I should have framed it. But whenever I see one of these top 10 currencies going down in price and at near record low levels, I cannot avoid to think it's time to scoop the bottom. It's like what I believe it was Warren Buffett who said, when people are greedy, sell, and when they are panicking, buy. And I think that's what's happening here with Cardano. I mean, the price is very cheap. Not long ago, in the beginning of the year, it was probably double. Let's refresh here the site. Yeah, so when was it? It was around March. January, it was above 60 cents. March, it almost hit 80 cents and then it dropped to 30 something cents, 32 cents of a dollar right now. So I really think it's a good time to scoop the bottom. When I look at these charts, again, of these top 10 cryptocurrencies, and I see them dipping, I cannot avoid to think buy the dip. And it's just because of something. I'm not like doing crazy technical analysis or anything, but Cardano does provide utility. They have a different concept, they have strong community behind it, they have continued to upgrade the blockchain. Recently they launched, I believe it was Voltaire. We'll have to take a look here at the news to just make sure I'm talking right and not saying something crazy. But when it comes to the latest news, I cannot avoid to think that the market, they're feeling bearish. I think the market sentiment is looking at Cardano and it's bearish right now. So again, I think it's the time to buy. So let me go back here and let's see the all-time chart. So yeah, there was that initial breakup in January and then crazy summer of 2021 when it hit, it was 10x. Actually, if it performs like what I'm expecting, it's gonna be 10x. So the question is when it will rupture, because I think it's going to just explode once again. And when it does, there's the high likelihood, in my opinion, that all-time highs can be crushed. Just because of one thing, guys. Cryptocurrency, I mean, many people, they get in and they do avoid Bitcoin because they think, okay, Bitcoin did what it had to do, and I better go into a meme coin or some other crazy currency because the money that was to be made, I mean, the train already left the station. That's what the people think. You know what I mean? And I think they are very, very wrong, because only a fraction of the world's economy is on cryptocurrency. The whole TVL of cryptocurrency is a drop, not in the bucket, it's a drop in the ocean when compared with the market cap of real world, let's call it like that, real world economy. And if you are bullish about blockchain, if you understand the type of change that Bitcoin introduced to the fiat system, I think it's inevitable for we move on to a world where financial services will be provided by the blockchain. It's only a matter of time, not if, but when. So let's take a look here at the latest news. If you want to trade Cardano and buy some, I know they are listed on a ton of centralized exchanges. So let's see what's pumping here on the news. 1 hour ago, Cardano founder unveils how blockchain can revolutionize AI. So they're on top of that. Let's see here. Cardano ADA long-term holder reach all-time high. What does it mean for price? Let's take a look at that. Let me just mention, on my due diligence, when I was like looking for news about Cardano and before I started recording the video, I came across this news from a crypto analyst called Nick Valdez, I believe I pronounced his name properly, who was predicting potential 1,300% surge for Cardano. So he was anticipating a rise to $5. I believe it's very much doable. Like I said, the majority of the money of the fiat world, which is not yet in the blockchain, when it comes, it will come pouring. And believe me, Bitcoin Right now, in a matter of what, 5 years, 10 years, call me crazy, but I think you will think again that you missed the train, and you will think and hit your head thinking, why didn't I buy Bitcoin? Just let me know what you think on the comments. I'm curious to know what people think. I mean, people think whatever they want to think about, but when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, actually, I think the markets are being very much manipulated right now, especially by the big players, the Wall Street gang. If you look at current bull market and compare it with past bull markets, you'll see the pattern doesn't fit. It's a completely different game, and you have to understand that when there are players of that magnitude entering the cryptocurrency scene, I cannot help but to think, okay, we are going to the moon, and not only Bitcoin. I think a lot of other currencies will be going to the moon. But let me stop yapping. Let's take a look here at the news. So Cardano ADA was among the standout performers in the 2021 bull market, but it has struggled to achieve significant price gains in the current cycle. So normally such underperformance might lead to a mass sell-off as holders lose confidence. Surprisingly though, many holders seem to be taking a different approach. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, guys, they have a really strong community. I really feel safe and secure when I am holding and buy more of a cryptocurrency that has real world utility, and especially a big devoted community of people holding the floor. Those are not going to dump just maybe even in the next upsurge. I don't think people will dump the Cardano holdings. At least not true holders that do believe in the project and that are Cardano maxis. So data from the balance by team held metrics shows that the number of long-term Cardano holders has hit an all-time high of 3.2 million. So they're increasing, guys. The holders are increasing. These long-term holders are typically those who have held Cardano for at least 1 year. Historically, holder numbers tend to decline as bull market peaks. For instance, after ADA's price soared to $3.10 in September 2021, the number of holders dropped. So yeah, those guys dumped. It was the crazy summer. Many millionaires were made back in the summer of 2021, DeFi summer. Many millionaires were made back then, let me tell you. So this reflected profit taking during market's peak, and that's only natural, guys. Take your profits, do your money, set yourself for life with this crypto revolution. I would say don't hold back unless you're holding Bitcoin, because if you sell today, even if you sell at when Bitcoin hits $100,000, I think you're going to be selling low, to say the least. I think you're going to be selling low, and Bitcoin is the opportunity for generational wealth. So I'm not selling my Bitcoin at all. So let's go back here on Cardano. However, by January 2023, this trend reversed as the number of long-term holders began to increase again, hinting at the early stages of a new bull cycle. Since then, ADA's price climbed from 26 cents, briefly reaching a peak of 70 cents as these committed holders maintained their positions in anticipation for further growth. So yeah, you can see here on the chart, holders are peaking since 2022. It's steadily on the rise. Cruisers on the other way, they went down, and traders kind of like remained the same. The price went down, the holders went up. So yeah, there's a lot of people bullish. They are building their bags. So whenever it breaks out in price, there will be market correction for people taking profits. There are people who have been growing their bags for the most of the past 2 years. So that's something you need to have in mind. And also do take your profits, guys. Make your plan. Whenever you start investing, make your plan to take profits at specific market caps. When a currency hits those, take your profits. It doesn't mean that you take 100% of your investment right away, but take your profits, draw your plan, right? While ADA's price recently dipped to 33 cents, the increase in the number of holders suggests optimism for a potential rebound. However, this cycle has unfolded differently from the last. In 2021, Cardano experienced an explosive rally during altcoin season, but this time altcoins haven't delivered the same performance despite high expectations. Yeah, like I said, guys, people were expecting the same type of patterns to occur, but right now with the whole ETFs being introduced, the Wall Street gang, they are manipulating the markets even more. So the game has changed, all right? But still, it's going to rise eventually, I believe, especially top 10 cryptocurrencies such as Cardano. So Cardano has been trailing behind Solana in attracting new users. Both ADA and Sol were standout performers in the previous bull market, but this cycle, Solana has drawn more new market participants. Despite initial success, Solana has seen a decline in new active and zero balance addresses over the past month, indicating waning confidence in its short-term prospects. To be honest, I don't use Solana all that much. I'm not a big fan of what's going on with Solana. I think there's a lot of money to be made for sure, but I like to focus elsewhere. I like to focus on projects that I do believe and that I do see utility. And there's a lot of Solana aspects that I don't really agree with the whole blockchain. But yeah, I would rather personally to hold Cardano than Sol actually. So should the number continue to decline, ADA's potential recovery could be hindered. However, it is also important to consider other on-chain and technical indicators to evaluate the price forecast. ADA price prediction, rarely possible, but not here yet. So yeah, guys, I think it's a good point in time to just scoop more Cardano. To assess the token's future potential, Bean Crypto examines the market value to realized value ratio. This ratio shows the relationship between an asset's current price and the value at which it was acquired. The higher ratio, the more holders are willing to sell due to increased realized profits. However, a decrease suggests a rise in unrealized profits. In this instance, holders will be unwilling to sell as they may assume that the token is undervalued. At this time, ADA's 30-day MVRV ratio is 10.11%, meaning that if all holders sell at the current price, the average return will be losses. So yeah, that's why the MVRV ratio is negative. However, due to the conditions mentioned above, these may not happen. Historically, ADA prices bounces when the MVRM ratio is between -7 and -27%. Therefore, while the price can still decrease, it is undervalued and could pump later on. From a short-term perspective, ADA formed a bearish pennant between mid-July and early August. This pattern is characterized by sharp price drop followed by consolidation within symmetrical triangle on the daily chart. While symmetrical triangles can signal either bullish or bearish moves, the relative strength index currently sits at 39.55, suggesting that bearish momentum persists. With the RSI below 40, ADA is likely to face continued downward pressure unless market conditions shift in favor of buyers. If this trend continues in the coming days, ADA's price may drop to 31 cents. However, a surge in buying pressure can change the cryptocurrency's conditions. If this happens, ADA's price may reach 37 cents. If accumulation intensifies with high trading volumes, the token could rally further, potentially reaching its recent local high of 45 cents. One of the things that I like to do with these currencies also is by just provide liquidity. Stake them, provide liquidity even on centralized exchanges and earn money passively. While I'm already a long-term holder, I might as well get paid for doing that, although impairment loss, risk, etc. It's those coins that have strong communities. As I just showed you, people have been buying the dip for the most of the past 2 years, so volume will be continuously going on with Cardano trades, and that's what I need to know in order to just profit from providing liquidity actually. Alright guys, this was what I want to share with you about Cardano, the latest news, and let me know what you think about it. Are you going to buy the dip yourself or not? So Like and subscribe if you haven't. If you enjoy this type of content, take care. You know how crazy crypto can get, and I'll see you on the next one.